Hello Virgo, welcome to your monthly reading for the month of August. Thank you for joining me today. Let's get started. So I have the Angel Wisdom Tarot, and this card is going to give us the overall energy for the month of August. What energies for Virgo for the month of August? Beautiful. We have the King of Wands. Very powerful way to start the reading. Come out. Oh, Virgo. We're a bit stuck in our head, aren't we? Oh, I can see why. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so with the Universal Rider-Waite Tarot, it's just basically giving us just a brief breakdown of each week, just to give us a bit of a guide for a timeline kind of thing. And then I've got 3 oracles that just give us a little bit of additional information, just a little bit of additional insight into your reading, Virgo, for the month of August. Oh, Bear Spirit, beautiful. So, month of August for Virgo, please. Oh, thank you. Oh, beautiful. I can't remember who else had this card. We're getting a few copies, so I think energies are following each other through the zodiac signs. Okay, let me just tune into the energies, Virgo, just before we get started. Okay, so the overall energy for the month of August is the King of Wands, and it says motivational, inspiring, theatrical, ambitious, take a leadership role, step into the spotlight, public speaking, keep your eyes on the big picture, communicate your vision, don't be sensitive to criticism. That's an interesting card as an overall energy, especially as I feel the weeks just roll into themselves really, really well. And I'm just going to quickly run through the weeks just so I can give you a better explanation for the King of Wands. But there's a lot of worry. The Nine of Swords is that the worries that keep you up at night, and it's because you feel stuck. But the universe is saying you're not, and it is going to turn the wheel. It is going to show you how you're not stuck. That's your perception, because there's an ending coming. And I feel with Bear Spirit here, which is a very protecting kind of spirit, protection spirit, I feel that you know what this is and you don't feel ready, or you see it as not a good thing, and therefore you don't want it. So just with that in mind, I'll go back to them and we'll talk more about them in a moment. But with that in mind, the King of Wands is here because he embraces his passions. He knows what drives him. He is guided. You've got the King of Cups that's guided by his emotions. You've got the King of Swords that's guided by his mind and clarity. King of Pentacles by worldly, not just possessions, but by the worldly things. The King of Wands, for him, it's his passions. And it's what drives him. He knows what he wants. He knows what's good for him. It's almost like he's connected with his higher self, that he knows his soul calling. And he knows it so clearly that he allows himself to be driven by his what fuels him. And it's not a high burning fire that just fizzles itself out as quickly as it's begun. It's not like that at all, because he harnesses it. He can control it, but he doesn't lose sight of it. And I think with kind of what's here, we'll go into the oracle in a minute, but with each week ahead, for the month of August, I feel like something is driving you to fulfill, I want to say, a dream. And I use the word dream because when we want to fulfill a dream, we think it's a dream, and therefore not to be brought into the real world. It's like, oh yeah, one day. But the universe is going to guide you to actually understand that no, this dream is possible. It might need tweaking, absolutely, but it wants you to go for it. And you are scared out of your mind. And I kind of feel like you know what it is. And I feel like you don't want to do it because I feel like it's going to impact the relationships around you. And you don't want them to be impacted. I always want to, I don't know why I'm saying the Knight of Swords. It's the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is your worry. And I'm just looking at the Bear Spirit, and he's a 9 as well. And the Bear Spirit, like with both 9s, I'm just looking at it going, Bear Spirit is here and it's protecting you. And it's saying you're safe. You're safe. The Bear Spirit to me is a real protection energy. I know for myself, I have a bear spirit guide animal. He's a bear that is with me. And I find that I often dream about bears when in my everyday life I'm worried to do something. I'll dream about bears. And I think bears come up. You might just, I don't know, see images of bears around you and things like that. Just know that the Bear Spirit here is here to tell you you're safe. Your mind is telling you that you're not safe, but your reality, you're safe. And yes, whatever you're doing is going to cause an ending. There's an ending here. But you don't know what's on the other side of that. Because in order to move forward, things sometimes have to fall away. And I love how you've got soul group and relationship. Because I feel like this fear is going to be letting go of relationships But are you letting them go so you can find your soul group, your soul tribe, your soul family? Let's have a look a bit further. We've got the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords again is how your mind blocks you, how your mind makes you feel that you're stuck. And normally I always read the Eight of Swords as your mind making you stuck. And there will be, for some of you, that will apply, especially with the Nine of Swords right beside it. But I'm feeling for the majority of you, the worry is here because you can't see how to move forward on this dream. You know what the dream is, but you don't know what are the steps. It seems so big to you that you can't even imagine the next step. And the Wheel of Fortune is here because the Wheel of Fortune is telling you, we've got this. The major arcana for me is the universe's message. And the Wheel of Fortune is here to say, just wait. I believe you already have to open your mind to the possibility that you can do this. So are you finding that every time you think of your dream, are you telling yourself, oh, it's not possible, I can't do it? You give yourself so many reasons why it's not possible, it's not doable, I can't do it, I don't have what it takes, I don't have the resources, I don't have whatever. And I feel the Wheel of Fortune is actually going to show you. It's going to turn and it's going to show you, actually you can do it. And it might just even be people coming in to help you. Wouldn't that be wonderful to, to have people that are aligned with your dream, aligned with what you want to do, and they appear to help you. And yes, death is here. And I know a lot of people, they see this card and they think, oh, I love the death card because it's the end. But we don't die. The sun's coming up. Tomorrow's sun is coming up. When the sun sets at night, we don't all go into mourning. We know instinctively, we just know, we don't even think about it. We just know it'll come back up tomorrow. And the death card is here to kind of say what you're leaving behind or what you need to leave behind or what's just naturally falling away. Let it. Because for tomorrow, for your future, for your next stage of your journey, whatever is falling away you don't need. It can't come into the new day with you. And there's no fear in that. There shouldn't be any fear in that. There'll be sadness, yes, because we're human and letting things go can be difficult. But the universe is going to bring this on. So it might actually not even be you letting go of things. I mean, you'll have to let go, but it might just be things falling away of their own accord. You won't actually have to do any of the ending of anything. It will just automatically fall away. And I'm wondering if that's what's got you so fearful, Virgo. But don't be fearful. Oh, no, I always tell people to not be fearful, but sometimes I think to myself, oh, that's such a, don't say that, because we are allowed to be fearful because new things change, letting things go, starting again, starting something new. It is scary. And I think if we can view being fearful as, okay, I'm feeling fear, that means I must be stepping out of my comfort zone. I must be doing something, I'm doing something new. And we should feel proud of ourselves. We should feel, wow, well, it's normal that I'm scared. I'm not going to make a big deal of being scared. I'm going to work through my fears because it's completely normal. And I think when we say don't be afraid, it makes it like we shouldn't be afraid. But hey, whenever we start new things, there is a level of fear there, and there should be. So work through your fear is what I'm going to ask you to do, Virgo, because that's going to be more useful. And then we've got soul group. You are getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. And that's beautiful, because when we align with our passion, when we align with our authentic path, with who we really are, when all the masks come off, that's when we become aligned with people, opportunities, places, because suddenly our real self is showing up. So we're not hidden. Things can find us. And I feel this card is like this is what you're working towards. Yes, you might be letting other relationships go. But look at what you're going to find. There'll be new, more aligned ones coming in. We've got brown bear spirit. Take time out. And as I mentioned earlier, you're safe, you're protected. And take time to look at your fears. Take time to go, you know what, universe, I'm scared of this, that, and the other. Help me with it. Make me see. What affirmations can I start telling myself? Can I look deeper and see why I have these fears in the first place and how I can work through them? Because sometimes it's not the new beginning and the ending of what has to be, the ending of the old in order for the new to come about, that is the scariest thing. It's our mind and what we tell ourselves about it that makes us so afraid. It's all the doubts that really block us. So take the time out to see where you might be self-sabotaging yourself even. Or what doubts, what self-talk is really letting you down. And then allow the wheel to turn. Allow yourself to work through it. Allow yourself to meet these new people. And lastly, we have relationship. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. And you know that things need to fall apart. Sorry, I say fall apart, but fall away. And sometimes they fall apart in order for us to let them go and allow them to fall away. And this can be any type of relationship. And it can even just be in the relationship you had with yourself, the relationship you had between your everyday life commitments and your dreams. And, picking a dream over life commitments is huge. It's not a little thing. going to be so worth it. And it'll be different for all of you. These are just general readings, just general messages. So you need to take it all as it resonates. But Virgo, I really believe that this month of August, you're going to see where you're going to be, this clarity, allow this clarity to come. And in the first 2 weeks, if you can meditate, if you can just be mindful of what you're thinking, because your thoughts are really going to get in your way. Your ego is really going to go into hypersensitive, overreacting kind of mode. And the bear spirit here is to say, no, I've got you. Keep telling yourself that you're safe. Keep telling yourself that it'll all work out, it's fine. Because Spirit really wants you to do this. Spirit is actually going to make this happen for you. And the more you can let go, I feel the less difficult it will be. And the more you try to grasp and hold on and say, no, 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 the more this is going to drag out. And the more difficult it's going to be for you. And sometimes I find when we get stuck in this mindset, we kind of get stuck in this energy, and then things can't roll out. So then instead of being here for days, weeks, months, we end up being there for years because we just can't move past it. And then, you know, it takes longer for people that can help us to come into our life, or for opportunities to come into our life that show us that no, this is all part of following your dreams. It's all about following your dreams this month, Virgo, whatever that may be for you. Big, small, doesn't matter. Take the steps, allow that wheel to turn. Welcome it, embrace it. What has to go, let it go. Virgo, I wish you a beautiful month of August. I'll see you in the weekly pick a card readings or in next month's readings. Thank you for being with me today, or being here with me today. Love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.